Assalamu alaikum. We are still discussing reflections from the Noble Quran, and we finished the last time in the last video, Ayah Surah 2, Ayah 120, 120. So let's go ahead today into a very dangerous situation. Please pay attention to this next ayah with all of your heart. Please open your ears wide. Please open your mind and your heart. Please focus as much as you can. Please listen to this video over and over and over until it sinks. Because the message embedded in this ayah is extremely dangerous. And about 99% of the Muslims who read Quran, they are under a warning in this ayah coming up. Let's go to the reading. Let's read it first. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يتلونه حق تلاوته أولئك يؤمنون به ومن يكفر به فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Simple translation, all of it, and then we'll go one word at a time. الذين آتيناهم الكتاب, those who we gave the book, means the Quran, means you and I, Muslims. الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يتلونه حق تلاوته, they recite it the way it deserves, the best way it deserves. أولئك يؤمنون به, those truly believe in it, believe in the book, the Noble Quran. ومن يكفر به, and those who are kafir, disbelieve in the Quran, فأولئك هم الخاسرون, and those are the true losers, the worst among the losers, the most miserable losers. Alright, let's go little by little about this ayah. الذين آتيناهم الكتاب, those who we gave the book, meaning us. Those before us, they don't have the book, but at their time, this applies. But now we are talking about today. We are the only ummah, the only nation that still have the book as it is, intact. No corruptions ever touched. So Allah says, those who we gave the book to, Muslims, you and I. What about us? So Allah gave us the book, and now it's our turn to do what? يَتْلُونَهُ حَقَّ تِلَاوَتِهِ. They recite this book in the absolute deserving manner it deserves and must. Okay, let's elaborate. Let's explain. In the Muslim world today, you will find Muslims who will read the book, will read the Quran. You will say, what you're doing? What are you doing? Oh, they say, we're reading for thawab. Every letter, 10 hasana. Really? Are you sure? Or are you nuts? Oh, I read in this book. No, forget that book. I'm reading to you from the Quran, the words of Allah. We say Allahu Akbar always. You say Allahu Akbar. Do you understand what is the meaning of Akbar? It's greater than. So those words are greater than those words that you have read somewhere else in a different book. According to Allah and Allahu Akbar, than the other books, He says, Haqqa tilawatih, the way it deserves, the proper manner, the most proper manner Quran deserves to be recited. And it's not proper to read it like a scan machine or a copy machine or like a talking bird, like a parrot. When you say to a parrot, good morning, the parrot will say, good morning, Does the parrot understand what is good about that morning or what is bad? Or whether it's good or bad? No, it does not. It's just repeating words. Like the monkey. You bring a monkey and you put it to your side, you bow and kneel, it bows and kneel. Does it know that this is prayer? How Allah ordered us to do? In the Noble Qur'an, by the way, for those who ask. Yes, complete prayer description in the Noble Qur'an. For those who say, did Allah mention? No, don't say did Allah mention, be polite. Say where Allah mentioned. You're talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those who recite the book, the proper deserving manner, what does that mean? You have to recite correctly, without making mistakes. For example, الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يتلونه حق تلاوته أولئك يؤمنون به ومن يكفر به فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Proper recitation. Vocal. Properly up here and in the heart. You understand every word it says. Now this is a question to those Muslims who recite the Quran in the masjids. You find, it's a huge masjid. You find 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 through the whole masjid, opening the Noble Quran and reading. Come to them and ask them, do you understand what you're reading? Can you explain to me? They'll say no. Why? Why? Did Allah order you only to read without understanding? Did this book come to you to read it without understanding? Is that what Allah wants? Will your reading, without understanding make Allah happy and satisfied? Have you ever asked yourself those kind of questions? You never asked. You never did. You never stopped to think about that. No. Allah is very, very angry with you. I'm not trying to push you away from the Quran. On the contrary, I want to push you to the Quran. If you don't know Arabic, open a tarjuma, translation. There are translations, even if those translations are full with mistakes. Open them. Try at least to do your job. Try to understand what Allah is saying. Some of the translation is good. Not all of it is bad. So you may get, at least the good part with the effort you are doing. At least. So what about حق تلاوته? The proper way it deserves? أولئك يؤمنون به. Wow. Okay. Listen up. Pay attention. Please. Close attention with all of your heart. Open your ears, your eyes, your heart, your mind. Allah is saying, not me, not those books in your hands. Allah is saying, if you do not recite the Quran the proper deserving manner, while you say with your lips that you believe in this Quran, you're a hypocrite, you're lying. You have no iman in this book. You don't believe in this book. According to Allah, not me. أولئك يؤمنون به. Those who recite it in the deserving manner it deserves, proper manner it deserves. Those only believe in the Quran. You do not believe in the Quran. If you do not read it and recite it according to what Allah says in a deserving manner. You know something? At the end of the Quran and the first chapter, Surah Al-Fatiha, and the last surahs, the small surahs, that you memorize by heart. If you know and understand, you try to find out the meaning of the words in those surahs. Don't ever dare to read Surah Al-Baqarah. Stay only reading those small surahs that you understand the meaning. Because you have to apply the ayah of Allah and the warning. To say to Allah, I believe in this Quran. What I read and I memorize in my heart, I know the meaning of the words. the messages inside. But to go to Surah Al-Baqarah and you don't understand the word in Surah Al-Baqarah, why act like a hypocrite? Allah says, كَبُرَ مَقْتًا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَن تَقُولُوا مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ. It's greatly disgusted and hateful in the sight of Allah that you say something and you do not do. You say you believe, and Allah say believing means you have to understand the words. And this is why I'm doing this effort, sharing with you the meaning of the words of Allah in the Noble Quran. Now it's your duty to reach other Muslims, because Allah will question you Judgment Day why you did not. You have somebody in your life today sharing those words on the simplest manner possible, on your level, if you are high or low or in the middle. I'm sharing the Quran with you on your level. If you are so educated, I'm sharing on your level. If you are not so educated, the same. If you are midway, I'm sharing on your level, in the simplest manner possible, using simple English, so that all of us will understand. So be warned. Allah says, if you do not recite the Quran with understanding the meaning of the words, حق تلاوته, the proper way it deserves, then you do not believe in the Noble Quran, even if you spend your whole life saying, I believe, I believe. No, you don't. Only those who read and understand even one ayah, even one verse, then you believe in that verse. If you read a whole surah like Surah Al-Baqarah and you don't understand, then you do not believe in the Noble Quran. You have to work hard. This is better than all the books of physics, of history, of science, of any other in your hand. You go to school to study hard, to graduate from the school of life. What about the school of Jannah and paradise? Isn't it worth it to study hard and understand what's in this book, like you understand those books, man-made stuff, used in this life for this life, and they end with this life at the end of time? Don't you want the Quran to come as your shahid, your witness? Don't you want the Quran to be by your side, Judgment Day? I would love to. How about you? Come on. Snap out of it. Give this Quran the respect it deserves. Don't read it like a parrot. Don't read it like a monkey. Don't read it like a scan machine. You are none of the above. Read it as it deserves, like a human being. Can you do that? Yes, you can. And that's why I'm here, trying to help. So just be patient. You know, we are discussing, the longest surah in the Noble Quran. I understand. But, with every ayah we finish, the surah get, shorter and shorter. So don't look, 286 ayahs. No, look, now we finished 120 ayahs, 121 ayahs. So it's 121 ayahs less. We're getting to the end of it, slowly but surely. Just be patient. Please pay attention to those messages I'm sharing with you, trying to explain the best words under the heaven, period. And those words for you means the difference between hell and paradise. So what's your choice? Are you going to start, trying to understand the words of Allah? And Allah says, وَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِهِ, and whosoever disbelieve in the Quran, bihi, the ha, this damir, this pronoun to the Quran, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ, those are the true miserable losers. And losing, when we say losers, you are not losing a game of soccer or cricket. You're losing paradise. The only other place left for you, paradise, no, you'll go to hell. The only other choice, period. You want to go to hell? It's up to you. Very well. Now, remember, we started before, after Adam left Jannah, paradise, Allah started, telling us part of the story of Bani Israel, the Israeli. And among those Israeli, we have the Jews, Israeli Jews. So, in Surah 2, Ayah 122, we're going to go back to another portion of the story of Bani Israel. Just one ayah, or two ayahs, going back to the story of Bani Israel. And then we will change again. So, we have focus, and so much focus we find in Surah 17 as well, about the children of Israel. When we come there, we will discuss, inshallah. So, please come to those messages to understand the words of Allah. I hope my method is simple enough for the articulated, the educated, the less educated, even the simplest and the average among us. I'm talking on all of your levels, so that we'll be on the same understanding. Always remember, when you open the Quran to read, you have to work hard to understand. You don't understand? Send me an email. Ask me what's the meaning of this ayah. Inshallah, I will have time to answer, even though I'm so busy. But when it comes to the words of Allah, yes, I have time, inshallah. So, take care. Thank you so much for watching. May Allah accept from all of you. And inshallah, we'll progress little by little, trying to understand the words of Allah in the Noble Qur'an. Please come to the Noble Qur'an. Leave all the books behind your back. They don't deserve your time. Not yet. When you finish with the Qur'an, if we still have time, we'll give those books the time left, if we ever have. I hope we will never have time for those other books. But if we do, that's fine. Assalamu alaikum. Fi amanillah.